Alrighty, y'all, what's going on? It's Zaxamillion back at you, and welcome to another edition of Game Preview. December 13th. I've marked it since April. This game was a revenge game. Specifically for Dez Bryant, who got robbed and cheated of a potential game-winning catch to set up potentially the game-winning score, which robbed us of a chance to go to Seattle for the NFC's crown to go to the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not going to toot my own horn, and I'm not going to say how, it's the ref's fault, because a lot of people will say, it's all Gene Sterator's fault because he called that same bullshit-ass rule, the process catch rule, on, I think it was Calvin Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Calvin Johnson. And then he pulled it out on Dez Bryant. And obviously, we look at 2015 now, and we don't even know what constitutes as a catch or not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying it's a bad call. I'm saying it's a bad rule. It's a stupid rule to an extent that Dez Bryant should have been awarded the catch at the 1 yard line. Shoot, he probably should have been awarded a touchdown because the defender never touched him. I remember the play. Sam Shields was covering him. He jumped over Sam Shields, caught the ball, and on his way down took 3 steps, which are all football moves. And then what does Dez Bryant try to do? What Dez Bryant tries to do? He tried to score. And that may be the case where it came back to haunt him. Now, all these Green Bay Packers fans, they'll probably either troll my comment section or they'll troll, Dez at the game. Those Packers fans who will attend this game, they'll be trolling Dez Bryant by saying how, he didn't catch it. He dropped it. Dez dropped it. And all these bullshit-ass signs that says Dez dropped it and shit, but whatever. It's whatever. Obviously, on paper, this game looked like one of the best games of the season. It really did. But with Tony Romo injured, it takes a lot out of the passing game. But the keys to this game, I'm going to do 3 keys. Cut the turnovers is my number 1 key. It happens in all sports. You turn the ball over X amount of times and the other team converts them into points, you don't win games. That's just how it goes. Luckily, we got lucky by when we played the Redskins, we kept attacking with the pass rush, and that's exactly why we won that game, was because we kept bringing the blitz. The young offensive line for the Redskins could not handle the blitz. And that's key number 2. Get to Aaron Rodgers. He's got a beaten down offensive line. I think that Bakhtiari, he's hurt. Brian Bulaga's hurt. TJ Lang's, I think, hurt. I mean, they have a shitload of injuries on the offensive line, which really affects Rodgers' passing game because it doesn't give him enough time within the pocket to make at least a good, decent throw. And my 3rd key, give Dez Bryant the ball. You got to give Dez the ball. This is your franchise player, and you got to give him the ball. I know it sounds silly, but when he makes those little whiny little bitch tirades of his on the sideline, that's a sign meaning you need to give him the ball because he's getting frustrated. But that's another thing. How is it when Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or any of these other pretty boy bitches that do the exact same thing Dez Bryant does, they're called leaders. But when Dez Bryant does it, he's a bitch. He's a baby back bitch. I remember it. I remember it very well. They said, Tom Brady's a leader, and then one said Dez Bryant was whining like a baby back bitch. I was like, seriously? That's what a leader's supposed to do. And just because he's emotional and he's frustrated about how he's played this year He has every right to be. He doesn't get the ball often, but then on top of it, he's been injured. So obviously this has been Dez Bryant's worst season because, of course, the injury he sustained in the first week of the year. But where I'm going at is, how is it that when guys like Dez Bryant does it, or somebody that out of the blue like Dez Bryant, or I don't even know. They even said when Odell Beckham does it, they say he's a leader, but when Dez does it, he's whining. I don't get it, but do I see us winning this game? Let me tell you something, okay? The Eagles last week won at Gillette Stadium. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be the same circumstance for my Dallas Cowboys tomorrow, but what I'm saying is it is potentially, it gives us hope. It gives us a chance. And by the way, the weather is supposed to be rainy, not snowy and shitty like that. It's supposed to rain or some bullshit like that tomorrow. Like, what? Rain at Lambeau Field in December? Oh, I don't have my watch on. But that's besides the point. Where I'm going at is, you need to not only stop the turnovers on offense, you need to commit some turnovers. We have the worst turnover ratio in football. We have what, a total of 5 turnovers? Including 3 in one game when we had the 2 fumbles, or the 2 interceptions and the 1 fumble in that week 2 win at the Eagles, when Sean Lee picked off Bradford in the end zone, and then J.J. Wilcox picked off Bradford on a deflection off Zach Ertz, both going for Zach Ertz, the Eagles tight end. And then they committed the fumble, or Bradford fumbled the snap on the first play of when the Eagles defense just committed a turnover. But where I'm trying to go with this is, you got to commit turnovers on Rodgers. You got to bring the pass rush. Jeremy Mincey has only played Aaron Rodgers 1 time, and he knows Aaron Rodgers has by far one of the best cannons in the game. He can throw them deep with the best of them. But Jeremy Mincey stripped him, and got a fumble out of Rodgers earlier this year, back in January, in that playoff game. But of course, many Dallas fans see this game as, the game where we're going to blow them out because, Dez will get pissed off because he got cheated of a catch. I agree with the fans from a standpoint that he did get cheated of a catch because he took 3 steps. He had an elbow and a knee down. But apparently he was still under the rules of the process catch. And Calvin Johnson doesn't even know. If Odell Beckham Jr., okay, and I don't agree with him much because I fucking hate the Giants. If Odell Beckham Jr. tweeted out, why wasn't that catch? I think Odell Beckham Jr. knows what's a catch. He made potentially the best catch he made the catch of the year last year. And it happened to be against my Dallas Cowboys. And it happened to be against that bitch-made Brandon Carr. But not to get off topic, if the Cowboys win this game, they need to use their defense. I see if we win this game, it's going to be like that game where the Bears won on Thanksgiving, where the Bears used their defense. Bears, I think, won that game 20-13, 17-13 or some shit like that. They played good defense. I mean, obviously good enough defense to win, but realistically, I have the feeling the Packers will get on a roll, and the Packers are going to win this game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They're a stronger and healthier team from a standpoint of their quarterback. But Matt Castle, we got to see what he's made of. Of course, Matt Castle, he's never started against the Green Bay Packers ever in his career. Matt Castle has to play with positive poise. But he's got, like I said, he's got to find Des Bryant. You find Des Bryant, he'll be throwing up them X's all day. And that does it for another game summary prediction preview. I will catch all of you in the next video. But until then, may God bless all you children out there. I'm out, everybody. Take care.